Make the ground shake.
Hello YouTube, this is my top 10 before time skip One Piece characters, and I thought this would be a good idea to make this top 10 list, considering I just finished Marineford and I am in Fishman Island right now. So without further ado, let's get into this top 10 list. But first, before I do that, I'd just like to say this is all my opinion. If you have a different opinion, put that in the comments below. Tell me your top 10 before time skip One Piece characters. And if you agree with me, tell me in the comments below also. So, my number 10 One Piece character before time skip is Boa Hancock. And the reason why I said that is just because she helped Luffy out so much in the Impel Down and Marineford arcs. I mean, without Boa Hancock, Luffy wouldn't have even got into Impel Down, thus he would have never got into Marineford. So that's a lot of help there. Plus, she defended Luffy in Marineford from Smoker, and there's other characters I'm forgetting right. I think she even that was not Boa Hancock that helped Luffy against Mihawk, but it was against Captain Smoker, and that's all that needs to be said. I mean, she just helped Luffy out so much, and I'm guessing at the end of One Piece they're gonna be married or whatever, but that alone is a reason for her to be the top 10. Now to number 9, Usopp. And the reason for Usopp is he is a lot of comedy for me. He's very funny, and it's just a way like his fights are. Like, to me, his fights are so strategic in the before time skip. Now I don't know nothing about his fights really that much, and during the time skip, but I know in before time skip, his fights are a lot of strategic and kind of funny to me. And the reason why I say that is because in Alabasta, he was fighting against Mr. Four, and I think I don't remember what the name of the miss it was, but it was Mr. Four, and he had to be very strategic. He had to use that fake hammer and all that stuff, and I just thought it was very strategic, and it was kind of funny too. And also, we have some other fights, like in his lobby and Water 7, he got a lot of character development because he left the crew and he became Soul King, and I felt like he was kind of braver as Soul King, just to, like, kind of trick Luffy into thinking that he wasn't Usopp, which he did very well because, Luffy don't pay attention to stuff like that. And I actually like when he burnt down the flag in his lobby. That was my favorite Usopp moment, is when he burnt down the flag, and that was just amazing. Another thing is how he was shouting out to Luffy to get up in his lobby, and it helped Luffy, it motivated Luffy, so I like that as well. Another thing that I like is in Thriller Bark, his fight was very strategic against Perona, how he tricked her with the fake cockroaches and she passed out, and he beat her, and he even figured out that she was actually not even her body, and he found her real body. I thought that fight was very strategic, and I thought it was very funny when Usopp said, "I just have a negative personality," and that was true, because that was really funny. And there's other things that happen that Usopp does that was just amazing, and that's why he's my number 9. He's an awesome character, he's funny, I think his fights are very strategic, and that's why he's my number 9. Now, on to my number 8. And my number 8 is Captain Smoker. And the reason why I say Captain Smoker is just because he looks cool, his character design is so good. He's freaking like Luffy. Like, if anybody captured Luffy when Luffy becomes Pirate King, I would say it'd be Captain Smoker or Kobe. But right now, Captain Smoker, because Captain Smoker has had several meetups with Luffy. Logtown when they first met, let's say again, Alabasta, Marineford, there's so many things, and how he's let him go most of the times, except when Dragon saved him and Boa Hancock saved him in Marineford, which I think Luffy would have got away without Boa Hancock, but whatever. And it's just, I mean, he's just awesome. I know he's a bad guy against Luffy, but he doesn't follow all the Marines rules because he knows they're stupid, and he showed mercy to Luffy by saying leave Luffy alone in Alabasta, and he didn't even take Luffy's credit for beating Crocodile. He said, no way, I'm not doing that. Luffy beat Crocodile, and it was for a good reason too. So he's like, no, I'm not taking the credit for that. I'm not getting rewarded for that. And I just like how he did that. Now, my number 7. My number 7 is Naru or Enel. And the reason why I say Naru or Enel is because I like his character design, and I love his power. His power is a light, I think it's like lightning fruit, and I like that power. It's a Logia power, and to be honest, Luffy would not have beat Naru if it was not for the Gum fruits. As we know, it's rubber, and lightning cannot strike rubber. It's not effective against rubber, so therefore Luffy was able to beat Naru fairly easy. But without that, if Luffy did not have the Gum fruit, Naru would destroy. And if you think about it, if Naru was on the seas, not the Sky Islands, he would be so OP. I mean, this guy would destroy everybody, besides Luffy and maybe a few other people who have Haki and things like that. But besides that, this guy would be up there. He would be strong. And plus, the guy knows Haki. Anyways, Montara is Haki. So it's like, whoa, this guy is just OP. And I think he needs to come back. I don't know if he comes back in Timeskip or not, but if he doesn't, he needs to come back eventually, because I think this guy would wreck on the seas. Now, to my number 6. And my number 6 is Robin and Nami. They're at a tie for me, and the reason why is because Robin, to me, Robin is just cool, especially in Indy's lobby, how she was just trying to protect the crew, but as we know, the crew decided not to and go to save her. They decided not to let Robin save them, and they went to save Robin. So I like how they did that. That was just amazing to me. And it's like, yeah, Robin's cool. And Nami is cool as well, because I mean, like all the way back when it was in the Arlong Park arc, Nami actually saved Usopp, and I thought that was cool. I thought that was admirable. As we know, she fake killed Usopp. Now, I thought she actually killed Usopp at first, and I was like, what? But no, she actually didn't. She fake killed Usopp, and she actually stabbed herself, from what I remember. And I thought that was pretty cool. And she also had a good fight in Indy's lobby, and also had a pretty good, I'm not even gonna say pretty good fight. It was against what's his name? I'm forgetting his name right now, but I can't remember right now. But in Thriller Bark, she had some like weird moments with that leopard guy or whatever. I thought that was pretty weird. But yeah, they're both at a tie to me, and that's, you know, they're both at a tie. I'm just rambling now. So let's go on to my number 5 One Piece character, and that is Captain GARP. And the reason why I say Captain GARP is because he's Luffy's grandfather, and this in Marineford, that moment when he was about to hit Luffy, it just, I was like, oh man, the feels there. I felt so bad for him and everything. It was like, man, and GARP's just cool himself, how he's training Kobe. And another thing is when we see some from GARP and like the flashback, and how he just raised Luffy, and without GARP, Luffy and Ace wouldn't be that strong. If you think about it, I know GARP really didn't train Ace, but Ace knew Dandan, and he gave Ace to Dandan, and Dandan raised freaking Ace. I couldn't remember his name right now, but without GARP, Ace would have never met Dandan, and he would have never got really that strong. So, same with Luffy as well, although GARP trained Luffy at first, and, well, Luffy was still kind of weak at that age, but he wasn't that weak when he was 7 and stuff, but that's still pretty cool. So that's why GARP is at my number 5. Now number 4, we got Blackleg Sanji, and Sanji, he's just an awesome character. I loved his fight in Indy's lobby, and I feel like Indy's lobby is the only good fight Sanji has had, but Sanji did so many good things in Indy's lobby, like when he got on the train to help save Robin, and I just like how Sanji, he's not he's not going to bite a woman, so I like that as well. And he's just a cool character, and I like in Alabasta when he's like, "Oh, this is a crack cafe." I thought that was so good, and I mean, it was just it's amazing. I just love that part. It was funny. I mean, we've had good Sanji moments, but I don't really think we have good Sanji fights, except in the Enies Lobby fight he had. I thought that fight was really good. So on to my third One Piece favorite One Piece character so far. It is Ace. And Ace is just amazing. I knew in Alabasta he was one of my favorite characters. And in Marineford, Impel Down, I was like, yeah, that's cool. And at the end of Enies Lobby, when Blackbeard caught him, I thought that fight was amazing as well. And I love Ace's Devil Fruit. And that's another reason why he is my number 3rd favorite character in One Piece. And his Devil Fruit is awesome. The Flame Fruit, no denying it, is amazing. And, I mean, that's really all I gotta say on Ace. Oh, and I almost forgot, I love how he saved Luffy by dying. Like, he jumped in front of Akinu, and he saved Luffy's life. So, it's like, yeah, and that's a lot of character development for Luffy as well. So, there you go, that's another reason. And now, my number 2 character in One Piece is none other than the main character himself, Monkey D. Luffy. And I say that because he's the main character. I mean, there's other reasons he's had fights, good fights, like Rob Lucci against Oars, Gecko Moria, Crocodile. He's had so many good fights. Naru, almost forgot that fight. And it's just like, I mean, this guy's awesome. His Devil Fruit power is cool as well. Plus, he's being trained under Rayleigh himself, as we see in episode 516. So that is amazing. Plus, he is the captain of the Straw Hats. So that's another reason for him to be my number 2 character in One Piece. Now, to go on to some honorable mentions. Now, we got Law as an honorable mention. We got Eustace Kid as an honorable mention. We got Brooke, Chopper, Frankie as honorable mentions. We also got Crocodile, Mr. 1. I don't like Mr. 2, as you guys know, and if you watch my Impel Down review. And we got so many other characters in One Piece. Jinbei, Arlong, all those people, those are all honorable mentions. But now, to get down to my first, or my most favorite character in One Piece, which will most likely not change. And here it is, none other than Roanoa Zoro himself. If you guys have not guessed it, I'm pretty sure everybody guessed it. Roanoa is my favorite character on One Piece, and there is a reason for it. He is a savage. He is Luffy's right-hand man, and in my opinion, he is the most loyal Straw Hat to Luffy. And he's had some amazing fights, like in Enies Lobby. My favorite thing that he did was in Thriller Bark, when he defended all the Straw Hats and saved them from Kuma. When he told Kuma, alright, I'll take in all this pain to save my crew, and as long as you don't bother them. And Kuma's like, alright, I'll do that. And that was just so awesome when Zoro did that, how he could have died there. He would have died there, but he didn't. And, I mean, Zoro, man, you're just my favorite character, and I know he's going to become the strongest swordsman one day, and he's going to defeat Mihawk. And he's training under Mihawk right now, so it's like amazing. And another fight that was awesome from Zoro was when he went against Mihawk and got badly defeated, but he did it in a way to where it was just amazing. Like, it was honorable how he got defeated. And that's why Roanoa Zoro is my number 1 character in One Piece. So, without further ado, I'm going to wrap up this video, guys. Tell me what you thought about my top 10 One Piece characters. Leave a like if you enjoyed it and you like these characters. Tell me what your top 10 before Timeskip One Piece characters are, and subscribe. Anyways, guys, have a nice day. I'm out.